You want to be able to just get a little sneak peek. Welcome back. I'm Antoinette if you don't know me. We're gonna do naan pizzas today, and I don't have a lot of time during the week, so we gotta get this done. It takes about 15 minutes. It's really delicious, so let's get into it. First we have naan bread. It's great for vegetarians. It's dairy free. It's also, kosher as well as halal certified, so you can't beat that. The next thing we're gonna need is some mozzarella and provolone cheese. I love Sargento because this cheese actually melts. If your cheese doesn't melt, that's kind of a problem. A little bit of Parmesan, because I like meat and pepperonis, we're gonna have a bunch of pepperonis. Next, we're gonna have some Classico sauce. This is the tomato and basil kind. It's really good. Followed by Italian seasoning. And the Italian seasoning is just a mix of basil, oregano, parsley, marjoram, and you can just get that at the store. That's easy. I also have some black olives. We have Roma tomatoes, a couple of mushrooms, and just little small slices of red pepper, green pepper, and yellow pepper. I also have my bougie cucumber water because, while I'm waiting, I like to sip on it. It tastes good. That's nice. We have, of course, a baking sheet. You can use whatever you have. But I like this one because it has a bunch of holes in it, so I can get a nice crisp at the bottom. And of course, you're gonna have your big old knife. Everybody has that big old knife that they love to just chop things with. Just a basic tablespoon for the sauce and your pizza roller. The next step is to actually set your oven, which I'm gonna set mine to about 400 degrees. Because again, we want a nice crisp crust on here. And if you set it too low, it'll cook longer and it won't be as crispy. It'll be a little bit soggy, and we don't really want soggy. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna wash the vegetables because you don't want to eat dirty vegetables. That's not cool. And as you can see, I'm straight chilling. I'll start off with the tomatoes. I already kind of have one sliced. However you want your tomatoes, if you want it diced or not, but you kind of want some nice thin, nice thin slices, because I like mine a little bit on the whole side. So we're going to slice these pretty thin. Grab some of the naan. There's two sides to naan. There's this textured side, and then there's this nice flat side. We want the textured side down. All right, now we're gonna work on actually putting the pizza together. There's a fun technique that we used to use, and I'll show you right now. So as you open up your sauce, actually I'm gonna get Hun to open it up because you know what? Sometimes opening up sauce is hard. Get it, Hun. See, look, he makes it so easy. It's not fair, man. It's not fair. You get a tablespoon, right? You kind of mix it up, and you put two big ol' helpings right in the center of the naan. And sometimes you do 2.5. Take your spoon, the back side of your spoon, and you kind of gently press in the middle and watch it poof out. And then you start making slow circles to spread out the sauce. And if you like crust, then give yourself more of a crust. If you don't, I don't really care for crust, so I like to put mine close to the end. And then voila, you have the perfect pizza spiral. You keep doing it over and over again. There you go. Next step, we're gonna add some of the mozzarella cheese. And similar to the swirl, we're gonna place a big handful right in the middle. We're not going to use all of the cheese because we want to leave some for the toppings, and you'll see why. So, all right, now a little Parmesan. Sprinkle just a little dab. And same thing, we work from the center on out to just spread the love, spread the cheese. Cool, the next thing I like to do is add the meat. So we're going to go with the pepperoni next. Alright, after this, we're gonna lay out our delicious tomatoes. We just throw them right on top. Next order of business, we have the mushrooms. Now we're gonna do our peppers. I'm just gonna mix the peppers up, third bundles, and then just sprinkle, 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 sprinkle. And as you're sprinkling, I'm trying not to get the ingredients on the actual pan because that makes for a messy cleanup later, because you're baking this at 400 degrees and yes, it will stick. So I try to get everything off the bottom of the pan and onto the actual pizzas. Gotta stay hydrated. Now we have the final piece of the puzzle, which is to top it off with more cheese so that everything kind of stays in place and sticks together. So that's what we're gonna do now. And top everything off, we have our Italian seasoning here. Open that up, put a nice little sprinkle. All right, now there we have it. The next step is to get this bad boy in the oven. We're gonna set a timer, 12 minutes. And start. You ready to eat, babe?
I'm definitely hungry.
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna get something to eat. So as we're waiting, to make the most of our time, actually, we're gonna take a sip of bougie water. Yeah. While the pizza's cooking, we can start cleaning and save time. Simple, and we still have about an additional 8 minutes, almost 7 minutes 53 seconds to go. Now we just wait. Go! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Let's open it up. This is what we have so far. What you're looking for is to see if the cheese has melted and if the crust is golden brown and nice and crisp. You can see it's kind of golden brown over here on this side, and he's just gonna rest it right on top of the stove. Let's chop it up. And slide it carefully down. So as I'm cutting this, you know, what are your favorite pizza toppings? Do you guys like anchovies? Do you do pineapple or like barbecue chicken? And have you tried any other breads besides naan bread? I know there's like standard pizza crust, but what other crust have you tried? I know there's all these different kinds, so if you have your favorite, put it down in the comments below. Let me know, okay? So we have our 2 naan pizzas ready to eat. If you like this recipe and this video, give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe to my channel, and now that you know how to make a naan pizza, it's time for you to have fun, frolic, have courage, and go make your own. Bye.